was cool when you were running around in an oversized cop uniform, unquote. In trying to challenge the taste of a socially inept individual, he was insulting his audience at large. The split like to dislike ratio was arguably not from the OnlyFans, but from the lack of understanding of how little his audience cared on either side, as all of the top comments do not care for the drama or for the OnlyFans. Ian also made the mistake in showing that one of the comments he was reading from had a single like. This was possibly the least thought out thing Ian has done on his channel. A part of the issue is that he overstates his own value and forgets what his role was. The jester was a public servant that could translate to the public's grievances. Now the former jester called a town meeting where he targeted the lower citizenry that challenged his lifestyle while insulting the public.
And then future jobs, they might be a little bit harder to come by.
I think this is one of the most important opinions to highlight because it really demonstrates a severe lack of real-world experience when you're saying that future jobs are going to be harder to come by because of an OnlyFans account. Like, if you think this affects your standing or your social credibility in getting jobs, you are so sadly mistaken.
Ian challenges the idea that employers run background checks, or that if they did and were not hired based on sex work, then the employer is immoral.
And I will also say, if you want to morally grandstand, one of the shittiest things that I think you can do morally is judging someone about what they did previously and not hiring them even though they're qualified for the job.
To close the video, Ian expresses his desire to address the hecklers. Hecklers that the crowd were now beginning to appreciate.
Sell their body online fucking sucks. That's the worst. Instead of ignoring that and just moving on with my lecture, it might be a better idea to point those people out and say, yeah, I actually don't agree with that shitty opinion. Because it seems like me just ignoring it has led to like a cultivation of a bunch of retards.
Following this video, Ian lost around 20,000 subscribers and greatly increased conversation around Nisa's OnlyFans. The goal was to be more obvious with his intent, perhaps to quell some dissatisfaction. The result proved to be the opposite.
I think people are way too fucking invested in internet celebrities, and it's just genuinely pathetic. Now, I don't agree with every point iDubbbz made in the video, and I don't think that's a big deal. I don't fucking hate him because I disagreed with a couple of points, and I think overall, this shouldn't have even been a controversy in the first place. She made $40,000 selling no nudity on OnlyFans. It's fucking Instagram pictures. That's genius. It's free money. And then people calling iDubbbz a cuck about how she's gonna get a new boyfriend from OnlyFans. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you think the Easter Bunny is real too?
In this video, iDubbbz kinda attacks his own fan base, so obviously a lot of them are not going to be happy with it, and I think that's why this has so many dislikes. But guys, listen, it's not all hate. There are a lot of fans that are still defending iDubbbz and even other content creators. Like iDubbbz's good friend, H3H3, he quickly responded on Twitter saying this: "The war against the incels has begun. Chad Army represent."
Even Leafy came back to comment on this.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you're a fucking cuck.
Out of all the videos, PewDiePie was likely the closest to understanding what was happening behind the scenes.
For someone that's been stuck in drama, you know, what we're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. What Ian and his girlfriend is going through is probably 10 times worse, with people harassing, digging through old stuff, private messaging, all this sort of stuff that kind of spirals up over a long time. Yeah, it's frustrating. I'd be pissed too, and I think that's the reason why he comes across as if he's pretending to be okay with this when he really is not.
And once it started getting directed at both of us, and it was this wave, almost like a content cop level wave of hate that usually would be sent someone else's way, when he received that, I think his brain like had to like acknowledge, like, holy shit, this is what it is. This is what it's like.
In some cases, for it to really impact you in a big way, maybe it needs to be like a tragedy in your life, something very big that like really moves that needle.
So what was it for you?
For me, I mean, I would say like the OnlyFans drama moved that needle a little bit, because I was like, ooh, okay, so this is...
So are you saying because your audience was suddenly revealed to you as, wait, I don't agree with what you're saying here.
They didn't just automatically like understand that I could have this opinion about my wife or sex work or anything like that.
This content cop level hate changed Ian. He was reflecting less on the positives of the content cop and more on the negative feelings he gave to specific creators. He was hating being a tool of shame as he was now being shamed himself. And unfortunately, like many of his targets, he was stubborn to a fault.
It's good that you're this way. You're very stubborn. You're not going to let somebody tell you, like, when you're doing...
Kind of like a line, what happened today, that should never be crossed, even by like the most cynical, toxic people.
People are saying this thing like Anissa ruined Ian. Like, no.
That's pathetic.
Ian ruined Ian. Anissa ruined Anissa, Ian ruined Ian. They're both adults.
I agree.
They make their own actions. Ian sucks for the same reason right now. He could say something too.
Spineless.
He could say something too. He has his own following.
Well, Ian knows it better than
mouth. He's been with us. He's seen us with our kids.
Ethan and Neela, furious at their children being targeted, attempted to find the source of the call. 3 days later, on March 10th, Ethan released a video believing this stream was a source.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it. I don't know if they eat it, or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something, but they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia.
Now at this point, as he continues, notice the chat is almost in complete universal agreement. Call CPS, call child endangerment. CPS, social services, bro needs to unironically call CPS, that's child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia, they need to be taken away, actual worst father ever, etc., etc. I'll let the chat play for you, but you can see just how crazed this community is. And once again, this is Denim's chat. From the 1st, the call came on the 3rd.
This is why Ethan believes the call may have come from this community. Beyond fleshing out the characters behind these streams, Ethan and Neela did insult Ian and Anissa for their lack of support, for ruining their own lives, and for believing they are fair-weather friends. If there is anything that has been shown to motivate Ian, it is demanding something of him. Ian will also attack anyone insulting Anissa, two things H3H3 was now doing. As such, Ian in his podcast did not seem pleased about this development, and in the same podcast, Anissa also astutely assesses Ian as lolcow.
Ethan's upset with, I think, some of our connections, and, we've tried to reach out to Ethan to talk privately. Basically, it just seems like we're at a bit of an impasse, so we want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on and add to anything. So this is our, lukewarm addressing of it.
Yeah, the door is always open. I want to, really drive it home. We don't condone harassment of
we don't
any kind.
Condone harassment of any kind.
Of any kind, okay, period. Which is why we have not stuck our foot in any of this. Because it is not productive. I don't think it's helpful. And these are real people who have real feelings.
I don't really expect them to
Moving on. Okay, now we can get Tuscany. They're all dropping. Map card. Why so intense, old man? Turn off Poison Flicker, sure. This is not random. Secret potion. Cutting all the grass. These guys won't let me through, but that's okay. I can just go around. Okay. Oh, thank you, Surgeon.
Very excited to play something other than Pokemon in a community sync for the first time this weekend.
Ooh. What are you playing, Surgeon? Yeah, they are letting me through now, you're right. And this guy's a trainer. In Trainer Sanity. I have to cut all the grass. Dry peach balls. Why does it say there's no checks in world? On this map, on this screen. Surely that's wrong. Yeah, I'll go into World anyway.
Be pressing charges.
No criminal charges filed after Cybertruck crash. Holy fuck. Timothy? Holy fuck. Yo, everyone spam dubs in the chat. Spam dubs in the chat. Holy fuck, boys. Spam dubs.
See, that's a genuine reaction. And now that the threat of jail had finally been lifted, Clav felt the need to drop the filters entirely. Soon he was joking about the incident that he had been so serious about just a few weeks prior.
Is this our bodyguard today?
Her?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Are you taking the shot for us?
Honestly, I think she's got a pretty good shot against that one motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even trolling. There's definitely a possibility. Especially now.
So what is it then? A serious incident that demands respect for all parties involved? Or is it just a joking matter now that prison isn't on the table? Impossible to tell. Regardless of the ethics of intentionally ramming a guy with your Cybertruck on camera, the incident undoubtedly catapulted Clav into a new stratosphere of clout. All of a sudden, hitting a guy with his car became his new defining characteristic, a conversation starter for him at parties. Or I guess in this case, the conversation ender?
Who are you?
Clavicular.
Why are you so fancy and popular?
It's because I ran over a guy with my car.
Why? Are you what? Are you going to jail?
Hope not. Let's go.
I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. Saying something like that to a girl only to wander aimlessly away from her when she starts asking questions. Chad really does what Chad wants, huh?
My dick was like limp as fuck. Yeah.
And as the new year rang in, Clavicular made it his 2026 resolution to ascend like he's never ascended before. This was a new dawn, a new era for Clav. Brand new horizons. The opportunities are limitless for such a based looks-maxing alpha, because just 2 weeks after he pummeled the third island boy with his car, Clavicular of fame might just be as valuable as actually being famous. People don't need to know who you are, they just need to know you're somebody.
Like presentation and all that shit is so important. Like when I walk around with this shit, like they don't know who I am, but they can call him somebody, so it's worth it.
As expected, Clav, Justin, and Tristan Tate readily downplay the allegations of rape and sex trafficking that have been long leveled against both Tate brothers, claiming at one point that girls actually love that kind of thing, as evident by the success of 50 Shades of Grey, one of the most dated references I've ever seen.
Back in 5 years. At this point, one of the best lines that he has that I now use is that I am going to human traffic you, and they fucking love it, because listen,
for real, you make
all fucking play DJ to 50 Shades of Grey, bro.
Yeah.
Human trafficking from a billionaire.
60% of women have fantasies and stuff.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Man.
Dude, they just won't say it. 50 Shades of Grey was Epstein. That's why you never listen to what a woman says, you watch what she does.
Correct, yeah. So true.
It's around this point that Justin starts comparing women to snakes, while insisting that's not at all what he's doing. How could you dare accuse him of that?
Here's the thing. I'm not calling women snakes, but check this out. If I'm walking through the woods and I see a rattlesnake in the trail, and I walk up to it and it bites me, am I to be mad at the fucking snake?
No.
No. That is its nature.
That is its nature. Come on, man.
And earlier in life, people learn this, and I'm so glad to be around people with a little wisdom.
Then finally, at around the 9.5 hour mark, holy shit, dude, no wonder Clav needs so many fucking stimulants, they decide to finally pull up to the club. But because these are guys who have never emotionally matured past the age of 14, they decide, hey, why not create a PR nightmare totally of our own making, just for the fun of it? So they break out one of the mustiest songs you can think of. But then they get to the club and the music shuts off immediately. Until they decide to play it while walking into the club, really feeling themselves, you can tell.
There become chats.
I just see you get a notification like this beautiful man lights up on the wallpaper. I'm like, is that?
What were we talking about?
I'm sorry, I'll stop harping on Nick's sexuality. It's just too easy, unfortunately. Whether these guys were actually enjoying themselves or not at the time, the aftermath was probably not as fun for them. After their little Third Reich meetup, they faced a predictable wave of backlash online and in the real world. Well, with the nightclub having to release this apology in addition to issuing bans to everyone involved. Clav and Sneeko were sorry, or about as sorry as someone with their emotional intelligence could possibly be, I guess.
I can't do it. Yeah, I'm not sorry.
I'd like to apologize to absolutely no one.
Meanwhile, the Tate brothers, in a move that not even I could have seen coming, honestly, actually distanced themselves from the cringe display, throwing the resident cuckold under the bus because I guess that's how little Sneeko matters to them.
There's a particular person in that group who everyone's saying I sold out. His name is Sneaky, and he's a piece of and he deliberately did something to get...
You don't like streaming? Of course not. I hate every single second of it. All right? I hate literally every single second that I'm live. I hate my community. I hate every single one of you. You know what I'm saying? So... yeah, absolutely. I do hate streaming.
In one recent stream that I caught, Clav could be seen wandering around a club, trying his best pickup lines on the ladies, while only sometimes getting rejected, all while his chat spams stuff like serial killer Riz, Ted Bundy maxing, rejection speedrun, fuck, this is embarrassing, creepy as fuck, W creep. Wow, what a supportive community you fostered there, man.
Okay, listen, I can help you get over being shy. If you come with me, we'll go dance, have fun. What do you say?
No?
If not, we'll have to.
coming up at our end, aren't you? So I'll get one with you. I won't let us have 6 in, especially not with the food. He could have just told us no, though. He didn't have to be rude. You see her with the green dress. She talked to me at the bar. Where I commit already £2.50. We've only gone about a yard. Didn't you see she was gorgeous? She was beyond belief. But this lad at the side drinking this man up, I came and paid for a tropical reef. And I'm sitting going backwards, and I didn't want to leave. I said it's like we made by a Hillsborough, please. Well, I had funny with that sketch earlier, up near that taxi rank. Oh no, you would have missed it. I think it was when you went to the bank. These two lads squaring up, proper shouting. Oh, we're next in the queue. The kind of thing.
Implied consent, which doesn't seem likely based on Emiru's side of things. During an emotional discussion, I don't think most people would have the instinct to grab him by the... Emiru didn't immediately cut contact with him after this, so Ms. would spam her with DMs, complaining about her being in the same World of Warcraft class. Her final straw was when he started shit-talking other OTK members, so she completely cut him off from that point forward. Ms. Kiff started panicking and began DMing her more, attempting to contact her 40 times. Emmy showed evidence of this during her stream, though Ms. claims some of these messages were about OTK related stuff, and not desperate attempts to get back together with her. His inner Elliot Rodger does come out during these messages, showing that he clearly hasn't moved on from her. Emmy even discovered that one of these DMs was written using ChatGPT, so he couldn't even bother writing out his own retarded schizo message. The last time they saw each other in person was a few months after the breakup. Emmy was attending a party at the streamer Simply's house, hanging out with NMP LOL and Kachi. She claims that Ms. Kiff was also at this party, and felt as if he was following her around. At one point, they went upstairs, and Ms. Kiff walked in the room, before awkwardly leaving when he saw other people in there.
They, as a group, went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to, get up there, because someone, stopped me and was talking to me. And I did feel like...
Talking about Tectone. Apparently this is his dad.
The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women.
Tectone would immediately go to Twitter to dismiss these claims as mere allegations, which is absurd because of how high profile his dad's essay abundance is. These aren't things that have simply been alleged. This dude was found guilty in court of most of these charges. This includes, quote, storing inappropriate pornographic images on his government computer, sexual harassment and maltreatment of 3 women, wrongful touching without sexual
Be very clear, no ill will towards him whatsoever as of right now. But yeah, so we broke up. No, it's actually probably like, why are you answering parasocials? Well, because it is what it is. I don't really care. I mean, it was made public against my will, but I don't care. But yeah, I have a message that I sent to Jimmy on June 28th where Pink and I broke up. But yeah, it was good. Nothing bad.
Clearly something's going on here because no normal person acts like this. He'd spend the next 2 months fake posting, taking subtle shots at Pinkchu. This pissed her off, so she fired back, elaborating on the cheating claims. He responded back, prepping his audience for what's to come and comparing the situation to Dragon Ball Z, a classic Tectone move.
And then one of that posse decides to go to the dark side because they're too fucking dumb to realize how good they had it with the main group. Does anybody know it? It's kind of like when Vegeta got controlled by Babidi. You know how like Vegeta got like Babidi and then got the Majin mark on their fucking forehead because they were easily manipulable? And so Babidi got in their fucking brain and then Vegeta just blew themselves up. That was a great arc, man.
On November 20th, 2024, Pinkchu would post a Twitter thread detailing allegations against a previous partner, obviously referring to Tectone. She accuses him of emotionally and sexually abusing her, including the claim that he'd forced her to give him blowjobs, hate Hassan as much as the next guy, but the worst things he's confirmed to have done is shock his dog, and call the police on his ex-girlfriend because she left him on red. Tectone, you're a rapist.
A civil case isn't determined by proof, it's determined by vibes. And usually the way that court cases work, for like criminal cases, you need to have proof to prove that someone's guilty, but in a civil case, I needed proof to prove that I'm innocent, which was hard and I'm a bastard. So essentially, the court decided that I'm a vibe rapist. Yeah, and my vibes were fucking terrible.
Bro, you practically admitted this shit under oath. What are you on about? Pink technically didn't need any evidence. All she needed to do was get you to start yapping. I was gonna do a whole segment on Tectone sweepers, but this video was already too long. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future if more shit comes out, but I specifically want to highlight Legal Mindset once again. When I covered this guy back in November, I remember getting all these snarky comments about how I should also cover Legal Eagle. No matter your criticisms of that guy, he's not nearly as bad as the schizo loser who genuinely believes he's being gang-stalked by woke women because he called out Hassan. This fucking troglodyte, back of the bus window licker, decided to show the unredacted court transcript showing Pink Shoe's full name and where she lives. This sounds malicious as fuck, clearly some sort of way to get back at her, but it's more reasonable to assume he's just retarded, because he leaked Tectone's address as well. Good job, you yellow fever freak. Pink justifiably called him out for this, but he refused to apologize, even after making some bizarre, sexual comments towards her on Twitter. Tectone, this is your top guy? If he's your biggest defender, you're fucked, Microtone. If this guy was one of his 5 lawyers, he'd have his 2-inch willy chopped off like an eye for an eye punishment.
That's what women do when I pull out my penis. They say, wow, so small.
Maybe the only way for Tectone's reputation to be saved is if we somehow live in a Donnie Darko reality. We're stuck in a time loop of OTK members getting accused of heinous shit, and Mizkif?
Time is bad and nighttime seems fine, which makes sense. However, the player keeps walking around his base. The weird skybox blocks seem to be spreading again, and when he goes back to that room under his base, it's completely full of them. But it seems blocked off, which is good for the player, as they don't like going in the white blank spaces. He then moves to a room with some brick on the wall. It seems to be where he keeps his knowledge in, so he can fully understand what is going on. The last sign says ABST-1 seems to be the cause. What was that? He was able to run away and escape. Stinky then opens the chest again and we still see the same shape of some symbol. Still don't know what it means, but it kinda looks like the Omega. We also don't know what this data strip is used for, and I'm interested to see if it does happen. Continuing forward for some odd reason, Stinky randomly starts shaking, making weird movements, like he's being controlled. But exactly right after, he's led straight to a path where a black void is a part of his base. This was bricks earlier. However, he goes in.
Darkness, you eyes to see me. How weak would you be? First I thought you were near pointing which the solution could spare me to. However, that is not the case. You seem to have slight worth within your entity of obsolescence. Yet I still stand confounded by the ignorance that lies within your mind. I shall like you.
Whoever this person we saw is someone new, and I believe it is someone in a higher control than all the workers, including ABST-1, even just by
In order to win Roller Coaster Tycoon, we have to accomplish the following things. Get ready with the screenshot. Bam. Sacrificing 350 guests to the Elder Gods. I think I could probably win this, but maybe let's do something else first. I'll do another level in Mario. Alright, this is a good one. It's weird with just jumping, but it does get the job done. Stop it! Alright, CCM complete. Alright, that was Wumps actually. Wumps to lethal. I have wall kick, so I can do this. How do I get back into the pipe? Like that somehow. Nice. Should I go for the jump? Yeah. Dude, we go for the content, am I right? Let's go. God damn it. Actually, we'll make it €1. We have to add some scenery so people love it. This is the space program's back, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. What a boring train track. What do you mean? You're not impressed by the Saturn V? Instead of paying, you must sacrifice 600 guests to the Elder Gods. Okay, we can do that, I guess. The big sacrifice, I'm ready. Bam. Don't worry. Their wallets already took a hit. We're getting new guests. See? Plenty of new ones arriving.
If you ever want to catch my streams live, I highly recommend you join my Discord server. You can get notification in the role assignment channel for stream and video alerts, and also community events like big archipelago multiple randomizers that everyone can join. There are various channels where you can talk about your favorite games, memes, or even share pictures of your pets. If you have any video or stream ideas that you want me to do, you can post them in the content ideas channel. I read all of them. Join my Discord server at discord.gg/360prism. Okay, now back to the video.
Should I check on the bread? It hasn't grown further yet. Oh, what is this? No! Ah, man. No enemies, no lava source. Oh, hello. Nice. What was that? Suspended swinging coaster. Sure. I mean, I'm gonna death warp back up just in case. Oh, wait. There's a glow squid over there. I don't know if you saw it. Do they drop things when they die on their own? No. Oh. We got it. The glow ink sack. Okay. So now we can make the glow ink sign. Bam. And then we don't need these anymore. Was that glow and behold was full heal? Yeah, honestly, that was good. I guess we have to kind of play Emerald more. I'll try this fight once more. Actually, no, I won't. This fight's really way too difficult. Full restore Cascade Badge and more Ender Pearls. Okay, that's 6 Ender Pearls already. Cascade Badge, but no cut. Potential cut on wall coming up in Fire Red Leaf Green. The Nether at 150, negative 150. Dude, this is a good Minecraft season so far. Alright, see? I'm out. Okay, here's the golem. Dropped 3. Perfect. Oh, that gave me brewing! I'm just missing pearls and I'm done. Minecraft done first for once. Alright, somewhere up this mountain was the lava pool. And then once I'm entering the nether, I'm probably gonna switch game again, actually. Another pearl drop. Oh my god, dude. Okay, here's the lava pool. Here's that one. Hold on. I'm gonna place a bed here. Ah, stop it. Okay, I'm in. That was a good portal book. No structures nearby. I don't have the compasses yet for the other structures. I'm just gonna hang out here in the open. If we see a ghast, freak out, okay? So once I get like another pearl drop, I'm gonna try to just finish Minecraft early. This could be like a sub 3 Minecraft. I haven't checked the Magneton's moveset yet. Flamethrower, good enough. Ah, I didn't notice the furry convention trap. Thank you, Parker. There's a ghast in Minecraft. Oh my god, everything's happening at once. Yeah, I'll keep one panda for you, Parker. That's you. Oh, double ghast! Oh my god, please. Woo! It simply does not matter. I don't need to be alive right now. In-game, in Minecraft.
Wait, Roller Coaster Tycoon's actually almost done, chat. This could be like a really fast run today. Mine Train Coaster Hybrid Coaster, the only thing missing. Spinning Wild Mouse, I need to go. Okay. Spinning Wild Mouse is open. We unlocked Structure Compass End City and fly to Saffron City. Dude, I should really play Minecraft. Especially if the End City is in the Nether. Okay, Minecraft-wise, what can we do? Can I do Ooh Shiny with this? The End City is indeed in the Nether. There it is. Okay, I'm probably just gonna go for Stronghold. Yeah, there's no chests or boat here. I'll do Ooh Shiny. Cool. Ooh Shiny for the drink stall. Let's place the drinks down because people are complaining about it. Coffee shop. Very nice. The other day, I went, okay, this is interesting, Chad. We're actually running out of checks in every game. You know what that means? You have dive? No. I don't. I'm not winning this. Oh, wait, I have long jump. What am I doing? I forgot. Okay. But let's pretend that never happened. Ooh. That's his ticket. Let's do that, I guess. If I have a meal without vegetables, I feel dirty. That feels like illegal to me. I need my veg. Fries are veg. No, they're not. Vegetable exemption to all potatoes, rice, and noodles. They don't count. Pizza is a salad. Is a baked potato veg or carb? What's carb? Well, like when I cook pasta at home, I have to add some type of veg. I buy like fresh spinach sometimes, or broccoli, like some fried broccoli, and an onion. Throw an onion in there. Onion is like half veg. If the only vegetable in your dish is onion, then, you know, that's I don't know if that counts. Ketchup is an isotonic sports drink. When Red Bull ketchup flavor, crunching. Oh, actual crunch. I was kind of half joking. Chat, I'm actually running out of things to do. I'm a little concerned. Plenty of advancements left in Minecraft. Don't make me play Minecraft, please. No.
Aim assist often impairs the ability to strafe unless you move backwards, as the camera angle will always face the direction of the enemy's chest, so strafing is something you'll notice to be absent within Dream's gameplay. This explains why Techno only exhibited 5 of these slip-ups despite being a legitimate player. Number 2. The kits being played in 1.9 involve idleness with the shield. Technoblade barely had any instances where he was able to put Dream in a combo, another explanation for his low tracking slip-ups. Number 3. In the 1.8 duels, both players were hitting each other equally. This meant that almost no combos were able to be observed because each player would consistently hit each other back. This meant that every hit would often be a first collision, making the analysis even tougher. Tracking slip-ups also do not apply to 1.8 as the person being comboed often has no time to strafe, leading them to move back. 1.8 1v1s on average have less slip-ups than 1.9 overall. Number 4. On top of all of that, the actual usable gameplay amounted to only about 10 to 11 minutes, limiting our abilities to analyze at full potential. The previous graph came from hours and hours of streams, while this duel only limited us to 11 minutes of real gameplay. Here are also other suspicions that I wanted to include. Number 1. Technoblade is far more experienced in PvP than Dream, so it's completely expected for him to have fewer slip-ups overall. That's the logical baseline, so the fact that this wasn't the case raises significant suspicion. Number 2. Dream plays on a noticeably higher sensitivity than Techno, which should naturally result in more slip-ups, especially during long periods of shield idling in 1.9. Higher sensitivity usually amplifies slip-ups in shield PvP specifically. Number 3. Techno strafed significantly more than Dream, yet he still ended up with 5 times the number of slip-ups Dream had. That discrepancy is unusual and difficult to justify through normal gameplay alone. Now, so far all this info has been suspicious, but nothing is concrete, so instead we will be going back to micro tracks. Okay, so this is the first clip in this duel that made me think that Dream was using aim assist, and also not only using aim assist, but also using aim assist with the rod. So this is the clip right here in full speed. Now this is very subtle, but you can see right there something really weird happens. Now, of course it looks normal at first in really fast speed, and again that's probably one of the reasons why he didn't cut this out, but I mean this is an uncut duel I guess, so that doesn't really apply, but so you can see that Dream is putting his rod on Techno, and look what happens right here. Everything is normal. His mouse is completely in the same spot. Everything is normal. Techno's jumping up. Everything is normal. And then as soon as we get to Technoblade's feet, or the edge of Technoblade, you see that for some reason the crosshair starts to subtly move up in this clip, in this frame right here. That's 1 frame, that's 2 frames, that's 3 frames, that's 4 frames, that's 5 frames, and then it goes to around 12. And this is really obvious aimbot because we saw this in the demonstration where I put my crosshair in the feet of a person and you could see that
early Blaine for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why we forced Blaine. I guess there isn't much left anyway. Oh, actually, I mean, I have to guess where the items are. Playing 3 different versions of Kanto is definitely not confusing at all. All right, everyone, we have 3 items remaining in all of Pokemon Blue that are available right now, and that is Professor Oak's reward and also Brock's 2 items. Hive badge. Man, this is gonna be so bad. How do I beat this rival? Oh my god. Yeah, roll out Mewtwo. Okay, maybe not that one then. Emerald. Emerald is struggling too. Dude, it might actually be time to play Snap. Hold on, I'm playing Snap. Let's do Volcano. Rapidash. Potentially double Vulpix, actually. That would be clutch. Magmar. Charmander. I think that's all I can do here, right? Yes, Rapidash. I did get same Pokemon Vulpix, so that's 2 checks. Bam, bam. Now we got Magmar, Charmander, and Magmar. We didn't unlock anything. Back to the video games. We should try and beat Roxanne. And I can grab the items over here. I haven't even done that yet. Oranberry. Squirt Bottle. Yes. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good, everyone. We're doing so good. Oh, that's huge.
Welcome to the crew.
Very nice. The tracker here is so broken. Oh, you guys can see it. I gotta show you. I gotta show you what this room looks like on the tracker. This is what the map looks like, and I enter here and it looks like this. It checks for your slot name, and if it has Chrism in it, then it activates. That is the dumbest patch you guys have ever come up with. What the hell, man? I found Oak's parcel in Fire Red. That is deliverable. And then we can do Goldenrod and Azalea. We still got plenty of things to do here. Dude, we're almost 2 hours in already. I'll give you guys a 2-hour update when it's time. Remind me, all right? Actually, I'm going to give you a 1 hour and 43-minute update because I feel like it. We've completed 13% of checks so far. Yikes. Woo, Glacier Badge. Okay, first of all, that's 7 badges and I do have the card key. And second of all, that unlocks Whirlpool, which means I can get the shiny now. Purple tea. The only tea that currently matters would be the blue tea. The blue tea would be amazing. We unlocked Pester Balls. That's a major unwall for Pokemon Snap, everyone.
What's going on?
Acrobike. Acrobike is huge. Oh, nice. Got another one. We're gonna have to look what these fly unlocks like actually are. I gotta start walking again in red blue. Heat badge, 2 badges, and rock smash from done now. Would you rather have 1 big slice of pizza or many regular sliced regular sized slices? Oh my god, that's hard to say. I think thin slices of pizza are tastier because they don't make your I don't know, it's just more satisfying if you can fit the whole slice in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like the width of the slice makes the slice tastier. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't make it weird. Damn, now I want pizza, guys. I've actually been craving pizza for a couple days now. Damn. But there was no time today. Okay. I think I'm almost out of things here in Emerald, but the other games have checks plenty. I love saying plenty, guys. Have you noticed that? I wanna be able to hit the next game, man. I need to find 2 more items in both this game and Emerald, though. Wait, is it only 1 more in Red Blue? What do we do? What do I do? Actually, I haven't played Crystal in what feels like hours. I think it actually has been hours since I've played Crystal. I got Rock Smash. I need 2 more items in all games before I'm allowed to hint. If Crystal... Damn. Do I have a guard spec? Spec special. Please don't. Normal, dark, and ghost. That's 3. Water and psychic. That's 5. That crab hammer is very scary. Okay, 5. Oh, 7 with 2 Pokemon to go.
Another 1.5k, sure. I'm still able to get past 1k. Nice. I knew a tier 8 would be kind of hard. I think tier 8 does feel pretty solid for this, honestly.